Desiree. So I am one of the provisional wildlife rehabbers here at Rocky Mountain Wild Heart, and we just received in our two first baby squirrels of the season. So these guys were actually found last week. They fell out of somebody's ceiling, and the property manager, they were going to try to attempt to reunite, but it was snowing outside, so they decided to go ahead and take them in. They actually went to Petco and the Vetco and asked the veterinarians if what they should do with the baby squirrels, and the veterinarian and Petco that we've noticed has been telling a lot of people that it's legal for them to take in these animals and to raise them, and instructed them towards the droppers and the puppy milk. So it's actually illegal in Colorado to raise wildlife without a license. It doesn't matter if they're a squirrel or a rat, and it's just really bad, incorrect information that they were given. So thankfully they realized that they weren't equipped to care for baby squirrels regardless of what the vet call said to them, so they continued to call around, and they were eventually referred to us, and that's how we got these little babies. So the first thing we do is we always make sure that they're warm. These guys came in on a heated warming pad, so right now I'm not super concerned about them being cold, because they did come in warm, and feeling them right now I can feel that they're warm. So one of the first things we're going to do is we are going to get a weight on them, and then I'm going to just grab my sheet. So we have a little boy and a little girl. We're going to go ahead and get their weights. So, as you can see, we have some little tiny babies. So this right here is a little girl. And, okay, let's get her. Okay, honey. What a good girl. She is 46 grams. And I can hear her smacking her little lips right now. She wants some food. And the boy, she said the boy isn't eating well and he's smaller. So he's definitely the one I'm concerned about. He is a boy. A lot of people missex them. They did get the sexes right. There's a boy and a girl. He is smaller. Go, buddy. It's okay. He is 40 grams, so he is 6 grams smaller than his sister. They're not the smallest babies we've ever gotten in. I think our smallest was 23 grams. So I'll have to look at my chart to see about how old these guys are, but I'm thinking about 2 weeks, probably. So hi, honey. So my next step with these two is they're going to get a physical exam. So looking at them, just looking at them, I can tell that they're skinny. Most of the information online about feeding isn't correct, and it doesn't really give you accurate times. So even if you're following something you find online, that doesn't necessarily mean they're getting the right amount of food or fed frequently enough. So small babies, skinny baby squirrels is something pretty common. Obviously these finders were misinstructed to what to do, so they went above and beyond by continuing to try to look for somebody after the vet told them to keep these. So they did an amazing job looking for us. So then we're going to do a physical exam and take a look at them. So they're obviously skinny. They do appear a little dehydrated. It's kind of hard to do skin pinching when they're this little. So when we take a look at them, I look at their butts. You can see just by the way their butts are that they've been having diarrhea. The color also gives me an idea of how long, these people were very honest, very upfront with everything they told us, but sometimes we have to kind of do our own exams and figure out our own things. So having lighter colored yellow poop tells us that it's been fed formula. That's not mom's milk. When they're on mom's milk, they have brown stool. So they definitely, the boy has diarrhea, the girl may have a little bit of diarrhea. We do, of course, a physical exam where we go ahead and we look for injuries. So we just, we go over their body. I know I saw a scratch on somebody. But generally when these guys fall, you know, from a distance, they come in with some scratches and, you know, sometimes some head injuries. It all varies, you know, how long, how far they fell from. So, little babies. Hi. This one is just ready to eat. So if you want to come in and take a closer look at these guys, I have not yet, just take a look at the boy. This is the boy right here. So I have not yet listened to them with my stethoscope, but I can see by the way that they're breathing right now that they are aspirated. So aspiration happens when you feed incorrectly, and you have to be trained to feed a squirrel, so it's just really easy to aspirate them. So again, this is nothing against the finders. They went above and beyond to find us, so we're very happy with them. And we're very glad that they got us these babies in time. They're having trouble breathing, but they're not gasping. So I'm going to take a listen. So even if they aren't having trouble breathing, we do listen because sometimes we can hear it when you can't see it. So when I listen to him, I can hear little crackles, and you see that the kind of uneven breathing she's doing, that would be a sign of aspiration. So I can hear clicking in her as well, so they are both unfortunately aspirated. So the first thing that we are going to do before we even give any kind of food formula, we are going to get them started on a couple different medications. And we will be right back with those medications.